chills. Welcome back. Welcome back for some chill Stranding. Chill Saturday Stranding. Give me a second here. Let me see. Who do I need to thank here? Listo with the 100. So many hundreds coming in now. Thank you so much, Listo, for the big 100. Always good having you. Cheers. Let me see. Let me get my chat up here. Mike, hold on. Yeah, forgot. Turn that down. Turn that down. Turn the compressor up. There we go. Now I should be back to normal. Hopefully you're still able to hear me there. Listo, again, thank you for the 100. How's it going, everyone? Let me see. AJ, good to see you. Pew, again, Yuki, Space. Hope everyone's doing okay. PNTN. Hey. Cat with a Career, Meladath, Reuter, El Rassel, Gulicious, Seconaut, all the usual suspects. How's it going? It's good to see you. Mr. Stunt. Okay, hold on a second. Let's get this up and running here. We'll do a bit more Stranding. I'm probably not going to go for too long today. We'll see how it goes. We'll take it easy. And there's a good chance this will be my last session on stream for this PC release. You know, I don't think I'm going to go through another big playthrough of this on stream. I just wanted to check it out, take a look at it, see how it was, dip my toes into the new difficulty and see what it was all about. And yeah, then I might continue the rest of it off stream. Just, you know, I might chip away at it every now and then. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hold on. Let's get that off the screen. Let's boot up the game. Are you guys seeing the game? Zoinks in the chat. You guys aren't seeing the game at all at the moment, huh? Oh, weird. It doesn't seem like it's really loading for me properly either. It's just stuck on the title screen. The pre-title screen, you know, where it's just a black screen that says Death Stranding 2 on it. I'm not getting past that screen. Give me a second here. Okay, now it's loading. The game got an update. Yeah, I saw that. I wonder if it fixed the Audra deck bug. I got the same bug as you, Nico. I don't think you were there yesterday at the time.
Thanks.
A D-Gamer with the 61. Thank you. Weaseltron. What did Weaseltron do for this game, I wonder? Bear with me. Yeah, I need to change the source in OBS because of the update. It's titled differently now to reflect the updated version. Okay, now it should be good, hopefully. Update details can be viewed by selecting Update Overview from the title screen. Well, look at this. Update details can be viewed by selecting Update Overview from the title screen. Okay. Maybe they patched in this Update Overview option. But it's bugged, so they'll have to patch it again. Oh, you still can't see. What the fuck? Now maybe it just isn't capturing. Why is OBS like this? Let me quit the game. See if that works. I have a feeling I'm probably going to have to capture my monitor. Game capture doesn't work 3/4 of the time now on OBS. Okay. Okay, can you guys see the screen now? You see loading? We're good. Okay, cool. We're good. Yeah, it told me to go to update overview to see what the update added on the main menu, but if I go to update overview, it just tells me the same thing again, to go to update overview. So yeah, I guess they need to work on that. Let's just go to continue. We should be good. All right, so we made it to the very start of the Australia section yesterday. I was fucking with my graphics options again. Yeah, I might have to turn it down a bit again. PNTN, you were giving me more advice. You were saying the frame gen is actually okay with this game. What do you think I should try out here? FSR? DLSS frame gen. What GPU do I have? A 3060. These are the only options I'm seeing here. XESS FSR. Whatever. Turn off VSync. Same. I'm already getting pissed off. Let's just do something else. I can use FSR though. It's just not worth it, dog. Zoinks, I'm gonna have to get rid of you again. Another 1-day ban. See you tomorrow, Zoinks. Okay, let's turn cloud quality down to medium. Let's turn... Maybe cloud quality will make all the difference. FSR with latency on. That removes the option. Shadow quality are the big culprits. Right, let's put that onto medium. Let's put that back onto high.
All right, Sam. Let me give you a rundown of your new job. The big one. It's the same deal as America. The people here are isolated. The cities are cut off from one another. And so, to bring all of Australia into the chiral network, we want you to cross the continent and link up key locations using your Cupid. To begin with, you'll connect several facilities in sequence on your way to the closest city to here, West Fort Knott. Charlie will brief you on the order that will take you to the first facility.
Your first destination is home to what they're calling the government. They seek to establish a new...
I'd love to know what inspired this Charlie design here. Both of them are great. The actual doll model, and then we get this absolute Chad here.
...administration to fill the void left by Australia's collapse. As the concept...
Love how much of his chest is showing here as well.
Formal governance is a distant memory to most. They opted for a simple name. These people are currently suffering from the effects of severe chiral contamination. But with UCA
no
technology,
nipples, yeah.
They should be able to make a full recovery. The cargo you'll be entrusted with contains everything they need for their treatment. If we can deliver it and earn their trust, they should be amenable to joining the chiral network. Needless to say, it's their business to know the current lay of the land. And we would benefit from their support. We're already seeing anomalous chiralium readings throughout Australia. There's even a BT area not far.
It's literally Xavier from the 90s X-Men cartoon. It really does have that kind of old school comic book look to it.
Where we are now.
Like much more than like a typical Shinkawa design. The Shinkawa drawn design really does look like they're trying to harken back to that comic book style.
A BB pod should allow you to use your Ultra deck to ascertain the location of BTs, but it's unclear if that pod will function correctly at this time. Proceed with the utmost caution.
Charlie may be our patron, but he likes to get his hands dirty whenever he can. He's been an excellent advisor to us as well. I say this to assure you that any instructions Charlie gives have been discussed with and approved by me. All right, let's get to it. Review the details of the main order on the delivery terminal.
That's what you get, Second Knot. Gooch is a VIP around here. You can't be disrespecting him like that.
With new data supplied by drawbridge from outside chiral network coverage.
Deliver the chiral decontaminator to the government's base. The first point in Australia that must be connected to the chiral network is a shelter inhabited by the government. Survivors who want to rebuild the Australian state. Their shelter is currently suffering from chiral contamination. Deliver a chiral contaminator to help.
Sam, this is Charlie. APAS has been analyzing your actions so far, and it seems it's added some new upgrades tailored to your preferred way of working. It's my understanding that additional servers are currently being installed on several beaches, which should result in a marked increase in APAS's processing power. Due to the timeless nature of the beach, the potential to boost APAS's capabilities is infinite. Its analysis will therefore grow more comprehensive as you complete more orders, meaning you can expect additional enhancements to become available soon. Experiment with them and see what you like.
I only realized as well after I finished the game last time, I think my brain kind of noticed it at one point. I just didn't quite consciously grasp it. But I remember kind of getting that kind of vibe. I just couldn't put my finger on it. But Die Hardman in this game is just like MGS4 Ocelot, defeating the system from the inside by taking on another role. You know, APAC is the Patriots, APAS is SOP. And Die Hardman is undercover within that system in the exact same way that Ocelot was. Acting under a new identity to fool them from the inside. APAS enhancements. Yeah.
APAS enhancements are now available.
Activating an enhancement requires you to create an unbroken connection. Yeah, we were just talking about Ocelot in relation to RE9 as well, given how Gideon in that game is very MGS4 Ocelot at the end. Yeah. Spartacus, hey. Simple noise canceller. Wonder did they add any new of these enhancements? Let's see. Yeah, I'll take that. Improved MP bullets. How much for that? Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so on my first playthrough, I went straight down here, where you have that first interaction with the new BT type. I wonder if I can take a whole other path and avoid that encounter altogether. What if I go back up this way? Yeah, we could probably go down here, stroll along the beach, move up that way. I think I might do that. A nice chill stroll along the beach. Do I want to bring anything else with me? Well, a gun, just a single gun, maybe? You know what? No, I'm not going to bring anything. I'm sure we'll be able to manage just fine. Yeah, let's go back up this way. Santa Higgs. Santa Higgs, I haven't really played enough of the game to give you a precise answer. But the impression that I'm getting is that it's a lot like the very hard mode that was added to Death Stranding 1 in the director's cut. It doesn't seem crazy so far. You know, stuff degrades faster. It seems like bosses hit a lot harder, but still, like, it doesn't seem like anything crazy. And you probably still get the free revivals and everything as long as you don't get eaten by BTs. Like, fundamentally, it still seems to be designed to be a pretty easy game. You know, you can still pick up, you can still grind crypto biotes. Seems like you can still pick up 999 crypto biotes if you put the work in. So yeah, you can still do these optional things to make it a much easier experience. Leveling up preppers to get
so bad.
the higher rank equipment and all of that, I'm assuming is the same. Have they rebalanced any of that in the game? Like, can you still grind out the preppers to get all the good shit? As to the Wilder impacted delivery rating scores, I don't know. Again, I have no idea. I love the Magellan's music. Doesn't play AI pod music. But it does have a few different little jingles. Hey, look at this. So yeah, we can just evade that entire area. Avoid that entire area. Nice.
Thanks.
And Traxo with the 50. Thank you. I love the way the Magellan looks in this, set against the environment. It's very surreal. The scene where it first appears out of the tar is great as well. The way you go from such an intimate moment with Sam in the bunker straight out to that scene. The music as well that plays is great. So surreal. I don't think I've ever been in this part of the map before. I don't think I came down here once on my first playthrough. Makes sense. You don't really come back here. You don't need to come back here until the end of the game. On my first playthrough, I just went straight ahead. Cool. Almost want to go back over there just to take a look at the scenery.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
Is it possible to do a no vehicle playthrough? Yeah, for sure. There we go. Now where are we heading? Over that way?
Okay, there you go, speed demon.
Uh-huh.
There's an option to have limited structures in the game as well, where yeah, you can turn on a setting to make it so you won't see other players' vehicles. And certain structures from other players. I'm tempted just to wander around a bit here, just because I haven't really looked around at this part of the map before.
Now entering chiral network coverage.
Still getting some frame hiccups here. There's the Magellan going off again. Wonder did they fix the bug with the Magellan's music? Sometimes it would hiccup a bit. Bum 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 bum.
Move it, Sam.
Keep it up, Sam.
Yeah.
I don't think I have the option to throw Doll Man yet, do I? No, he hasn't. He hasn't taught me those skills yet. Keep it up, Sam. Gonna tear through the boots on this difficulty. Whoa. Take it easy. Thought we would have been...
Twitching. There must be a BT somewhere nearby. Keep an eye on your other deck's movements as you proceed.
Thought we would have been out of the territory here. Yeah, boots won't last too long on this difficulty. But it's not, you know, that's not much of a big deal. We just need to spend a few more resources to stay topped up. We'll just have to buy boots a bit more often. Where am I going? Wonder do they put more BTs along this path on this difficulty? Oh yeah, these ones can actually see you, right? They're more like guards. Yeah, that's one thing I saw a lot of people mention, that there are more disasters. Hopefully there are more fires as well, but I wouldn't hold my breath. I can't sprint on this sand. Not when I'm way down like this, anyway. Sandalweed does exist, yeah, and it has new properties. It gives you silent footsteps. This game has more complex guards. Guards can hear your footsteps and what have you. You know, they have caution phase, alert phase. Uh-oh. Christ, there's loads of them here. No noise out of Lou whatsoever. Is that a thing that always happens in this? Like Lou doesn't make a sound during BT sequences? Whereas in the first game she'd be distressed constantly. Another little uncanny thing about Lou in this. Jesus Christ. Really cool sound. You know one little detail that they didn't bring back? One cool little detail? In the first game, when you were in BT territory, the rain would move up the camera. You get that inverted rain. That doesn't seem to happen anymore. You know, the rain wouldn't trickle down the camera, it would trickle up the camera. Which I only realized after like 3 playthroughs of the game. Yeah, I probably should have moved further along down there to avoid this area entirely. Hey. Yeah, the sound is really cool for the BT sequences in this. I love the knocking. It's unnerving. Ooh, Jesus. Of course. How much damage did that do? Oh my god. Oh wait, no. Contents damage 8%. Sure. With the 57. Thanks. Okay, where are we going to cross over here? I forget if later in the game can you get like weather updates that show you when floods are more likely to happen. Is there a way to predict when floods are going to happen? I can't remember.
Might there be somewhere we can cross more easily?
Shut the fuck up, doll man.
This river's rising, Sam. We mustn't underestimate the potential risks here.
We just crossed the river, doll man. You said that as soon as we finished crossing the river. That is a cool detail. If he's in the middle of dialogue, if you go into the water while he's talking, you'll cut off his dialogue.
Good evening, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is...
Will I still get an S?
You're that bloke with drawbridge, aren't you? So you really came, eh? Cut straight through BT territory just to bring us our cargo. That's quite a feat. Been waiting a long time for someone like you to show up. Let's see how well you were able to handle our delivery.
Hey, Benji.
Not too bad, it seems. Thanks for bringing it all this way.
I have a feeling if I was on a lower difficulty, I would have gotten an S there. For 8%.
Like everyone says, you're a man people can count on. Already put that decontamination unit to good use.
Hey, Lander.
The chiralium levels had really gotten out of hand, so you couldn't have come at a better time. Thanks. Anyway, go ahead
thanks.
and connect us with that Cupid or whatever it is.
Mehmed. With the year. Thanks. Another cool subtlety with Lou. During all of these scenes where you hook up the network in the first game, you'll see shots of Lou with like wide-eyed awe. But in this game, I don't think you ever see a shot of Lou during these scenes. The camera always hides Lou from you. Yeah, it's a cute moment with Lou in the first game. You know, Lou is just looking up around while Sam is floating in the air. Excited as to what's going on. Both Sam and Lou in the frame together. But here it's kind of turned on its head a bit.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I forgot about the thing with the BTs, that Lou doesn't make any sound Whereas in the first game, Lou was always uncomfortable during BT sequences.
A chiral communications transmission. With this network at our disposal, we might be able to make our dream a reality. We want to build a world where even the weakest among us have a chance. A world where people come together to stand against those who embrace violence. Ever since the Death Stranding, this continent has been afflicted by terrible environmental changes. It was bad enough, but out of nowhere, the anomalies became a hell of a lot more dramatic. Skyrocketing levels of chiral contamination. Those bloody watcher things coming out of the woodwork. Didn't realise it at the time, but the escalation of all this insanity coincided with the UCA's connection to the network and the appearance of the Plate Gate. The chiral network is causing instability beyond the reach of its coverage, which means the only way to fix it is to link up all of Australia. At least, that's what we here believe. To support your efforts, we've shared the data we have about the continent with your people, information about the brigands and so on. Use it to the best of your ability.
Then you can inadvertently cause plate gates in another country and fuck them up. Chiral contamination was pretty bad, huh?
Due to our proximity to a BT area, this shelter was subject to significant chiral contamination. Said area has also been the source of a new type of BT. Unlike the usual sort, these ones are able to see us. Clear as day. As such, we've taken to calling the buggers Watchers. And they're every bit as dangerous as any other BT. You're gonna want to steer clear at all costs.
Who is this guy? Yeah, I don't know. I wonder, is he some famous Australian guy? Looking a bit big boss here with the eye. This leader. What's the situation in Australia?
We're not doing any better than the UCA or Mexico, I'm afraid. Only difference is the presence of armed belligerents we call brigands, as well as a new type of BT we've been seeing all over lately. The brigands have been trying to bring us to heel and are a right pain in the ass. They've got an irrational enmity for new tech like the chiral network, you see. They've also been seeing major earthquakes all over the continent, as well as devastating floods due to heavy timefall. You can have your work cut out for you while you're down under, that's for sure.
I don't know. I think they seem fairly rational. The data you shared.
Take the bowler gun, for example. With our data, we were able to improve and refine the design of the APAC standard issue model. You can charge it now to fire projectiles with a narrower spread. Perfect for taking down hard-to-reach targets with precision. And then, there's backpack customization. We've developed a number of unique attachments that can be equipped to the pack you're currently carrying. Stuff I guarantee will give you an edge in a fight. You might consider bringing this gear with you when you're prepping for your next run. Oh, and last but not least, we've patched through an Threedogg update that allows its sensor to pick up living beings and other entities. It's an improvement that builds on the sensor's existing functionality. Anything it detects will be visible to you as a silhouette for a brief time. I'm sure it'll come in handy down the road. Before I forget, there's a request I wanted to send your way. I know you're eager to hit the road and make progress, but I promise you, this is more than worth the trouble. It's a delivery for the lone commander, who lives not too far from here. He's an old ally who provided us with support for all matters military. He's also a crack shot with a sniper rifle. But after this and that, we went our separate ways. And he retired to a shelter off to the east. Can be a hard man to please, but if we could enlist his help again, I'm sure he'd provide us with all kinds of useful information. Data and schematics that might prove invaluable for your work. Especially if you're the type who likes to fight first and ask questions later. Should help us all combat the brigands a damn sight more effectively in any case. I'll filed this request as a sub-order, so check the terminal if you're interested in taking on extra work.
Hey, Elmed.
That was excellent work, Sam. With the government now part of the chiral network, we've successfully completed the first step in our journey to connect all of Australia. I want to thank you for making this possible. Well done. To extend network coverage as far as West Fort Knott, our next order of business will be to link up the Western Environmental Observatory. The associated order is ready for you. This one may well place you in considerable danger, so be sure to take extra care when selecting your equipment. Access the delivery terminal here to pick up this main order and get underway.
All right.
Order completed. Well done.
Let's go take a rest in the Magellan
Sam,
first.
I can perform reconnaissance for you if you like.
Oh, here we go.
After all, there's no telling what might be waiting for us ahead.
Got a path, Sam.
Oh, Dollman. One of Dollman's hidden talents. Once thrown, Dollman can suspend himself in midair to survey the surrounding area. He can also mark anything he sees. Support weapon. You know, I'm not sure if I ever tried throwing Dollman at an enemy in this. He didn't say Sam there, he just screamed. I like the blinking.
All right, I'm coming in. Nice catch. Oh. Ouch. Oh. Ouch. Nope.
Now he won't let me throw him.
Don't you dare, Sam. I'm still upset with you. Isn't it? No, sir, I do not believe I will. Not now, Sam. I'm really not in the mood. Please don't. I'm feeling especially fearful of heights today. Nuh-uh. Not now, Sam. I'm really not in the mood.
One. Oh yeah, what if if I punch while he's in my hand? Ah yeah, he just puts him away. Okay.
Fine, fine. All is forgiven.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that.
Lift off!
I had a long
Reconnaissance
throw
complete.
option as well.
Okay. Up and away! How'd I do, Sam? And we're back.
Throw him into the tar.
Ouch.
Oh, nice. I placed him right above it.
Reconnaissance complete. I'm home.
I don't think so, second note. Hopefully. Let's sleep in. No more cat anymore.
Those wandering BTs we encountered, I believe people call them Watchers. A fitting name given their behavior. The way they seem to be eyeing us with such disconcerting intensity. Oof. They can't see everything, though. No, they've definitely got some blind spots. Meaning, you might be able to avoid combat by evading detection and sneaking past unnoticed.
Yeah, Yeah, that's what we just did.
So in order to survey an area, I have to rely on a very special power. My strength of will, you might say. The requisite focus can be rather exhausting, but I'm happy to grin and bear it since it's for your sake. So, if you deem it necessary, feel free to send me airborne as many times as you like. It won't use up any battery or chiral crystals either. All it requires is that I place my absolute faith in you. Which I do, so don't hesitate to ask for it.
Really? After what we just witnessed? Yeah, he's supposed to be like a stop-motion puppet.
Feeling well rested after some quality shut-eye?
Some quality shut-eye? Alright, we check in on Lou.
It's okay. It's alright.
I feel like there's something strange about the lighting of Lou as well in this compared to the first. I'd love to see that, you know, the scenes side by side with the first game, how Lou looks in the first game compared to this. All right, we head out. Let me see what I have in my storage here. Recycle all this stuff. I don't remember sticking all this stuff in here. May as well recycle all of that. Take a PCC, a ladder, and an assault rifle. And a couple of blood bags. Stick those in the pouch. Okay. Back up to our boy here. We'll take on that delivery. I don't think I'll take the one that leads me up to the sniper. Virtuous Carrier, Hideo Kojima. Is this the real Kojima? Okay. Your next destination is the Western Environmental Observatory, which is surrounded by an armed group known as the Brigands. Eliminate the Brigands from the area and connect the observatory to the chiral network. Okay, I think... Yeah, I'm just going to take this on and we'll do this one later.
Hello, Sam. This is Charlie. To aid you in your future orders, we prepared porter suits with camel patterns tailor-made for the Australian environment. We've also provided you with a new basic porter suit with customizable colors. Moving forward, I imagine you'll want to adjust your appearance based on the terrain and your personal preferences at the time. Try experimenting with your options.
Has Dollman done his song dance scene yet? No, and I never saw that on my first playthrough. So maybe we'll do that later when it unlocks. I don't think we even have the ability to do that yet, right? We don't have the Walkman option, the music player option. Let's bring a bowler gun. Two more of those.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Sam, take a good look at the tracks you've made. They're proof that you were here in this time and place. They have the power to give courage to others who see them. And in time, they'll become roads, allowing you to connect with your fellow man.
Remember to rest, Sam.
Oh no, he revealed Die Hardman in the PC trailer. I'm assuming he didn't reveal Die Hardman in the original trailers. I don't think I even watched all of the trailers for the initial release. I don't think I'm going to watch a single trailer for Fizzant. I did watch the very first one for DS2. But for the next game, I think I'm going to go completely blind. It was really nice playing this game almost completely blind, but even still,
There are wild...
you know, when I was recognizing moments from the trailer, I wish that I hadn't even watched the very first trailer.
Animals nearby. Such creatures are rare and precious, friends to be protected.
Give me those cryptobiotes. Not your typical Russian guy.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
Yeah, give me all of those. Old Oz's diary. That feels a little bit... Oh, yeah, this is... I forgot that they could also leave requests. That even the regular NPCs have request deliveries. Yeah, they make lost cargo a little bit more complicated in this. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that there. I mean, I guess I could take it with me. Probably gets my star ranking. Probably makes it faster to level up the stars.
Trouble nearby.
Brigands.
Get Dollman to do a bit of reconnaissance here. Can he mark them from this range? No. Can mark him at least. Runt. I think it depends, Second Odd. Like, if it's a game that I know I'm going to buy, then it feels pointless to watch trailers. If it's a game from a studio that I have no investment in, then I don't mind so much. Like a totally new game from some developer I'm unfamiliar with. That's when it feels worthwhile. You know, when I need to be sold on something, that's when it feels worthwhile to watch trailers. But if it's something I know I'm going to be buying 100% regardless, then all I feel I'm doing by watching trailers is spoiling myself. But, you know, it depends on the person as well. You know, some people just love the hype cycle and getting themselves worked up, building up to a release. And online, you know, there can be a real communal element to that as well, you know?
How'd I do, Sam?
You did terribly, Dollman. You only marked like 3 guys. Let's go around from the back here. Twin Peaks: The Return was one thing that really changed my mindset on trailers. It was such a joy going into Twin Peaks: The Return, not knowing a single fucking thing about what was going to happen. And all of Lynch's trailers were just like videos of him eating donuts and shit. Like he revealed absolutely nothing in those trailers. Brief little screenshots of characters. No story stuff revealed at all. No plot, nothing. Just images and silly shit. Himself eating donuts. You know, just like seeing Mr. C for the first time was exciting because of that, you know? It made you appreciate like just the simple pleasures when it comes to stories. You know, like as simple as just seeing the way that a character looks, the way a character is introduced. So many times that stuff is spoiled in trailers. Okay. All right, you gonna come over here? Oh, Mr. C's first scene. I thought you were talking about the very, very first scene of The Return. Yeah, with like the very distorted, slowed down version of American Woman. Okay, I'm gonna leave all this stuff here. Although, it is just weapons, right? I'm not bringing any cargo here. I can afford to carry this around with me. Ah, fuck it. Let's just go with one assault rifle and the bowler gun, see how we get on. I'll be able to move faster with this. Yeah, Lynch has expressed similar things in the past about, like, when he goes to see films as well. How he just loves not knowing a thing before he goes in to watch a film. The curtains part, and you just go into another world, and you don't know where you're going. Love the way he described that. Where you just go in, and you're entering another world, and you have no idea where you're gonna go. This guy just gonna sit here? I like to pick based on cover art. Yeah, that reminds me of, you know, way back before the internet age. I think a lot of people have fond memories of going into the video store and just picking up something based on the cover. Some memories are burned into my brain, like the cover of the movie Audition, you know, the horror film Audition. I remember that just really sticking out as a kid in the video shop. I was always really scared by the cover, but allured by it at the same time. I always really wanted to see it, and I never saw it, but it was always there. Never saw it until I got much older. The girl with the needle. Yeah, it was just a really sinister looking cover. Right, how about I focus on the game here for a bit? What if I go back down and over that way? Yeah, back in the day, cover art used to matter a lot more when it came to films and CDs. Be the only thing you have to go on. Nowadays, it seems like an afterthought half the time with film posters and covers. Totally homogenous. Oh, you do still get good covers and posters, I guess, but yeah. Two boys over there. Pretty simple setup here for the first couple of camps. Ooh. This guy gonna notice? Nice. Oof. That guy will probably see me up there if I go for him first. Yeah, don't know why I went over that way. Wanna see the body? Okay. 2 guys left. 1 guy on the tower. 1 guy over there. You can get a Mark 23 snake pistol in the Mexico level from one of the optional preppers. Uh-oh. Gonna come over here all the way. Drop that other gun. Ah, nice. Oh. I like how the package on his arm was serving as armor there. I wish the armor in general was more like that in this. They streamlined the armor.
That's quite a drop.
You know, in the first game, you had to put the armor pads on your shoulders, on your legs. And the bullets actually had to hit those armor plates if you wanted the reduced damage. But in this game, the body armor is just like a standard damage reduction regardless of where the bullets hit. Thought it was a bit more interesting in the first game. You know, more realistic. It was kind of like a random element to it almost. The bullets would have to hit the individual plates if you wanted to reduce damage. All right, there we go.
Porter? Those brigands, are they all gone? Wow, this is a relief. I was beginning to think I was done for. Give me a moment to confirm the order details. That was incredible. Wouldn't want to get on your bad side.
Yeah, Starsickle. I mean, I wouldn't want that system for every game, but for Death Stranding, I thought it was cool. And just fit with the physicality of everything. You know, the fact that you're seeing every physical thing on Sam's body. All of the packages on his back, his arms, his legs. So it just felt right that the armor would function in a similar way. That each piece of armor was physically there on the model. And the bullets had to hit those pieces of armor if you were to reduce the damage. It's cool. And I think even packages would work like that, like it did with that last guard. You know how I was shooting his package at first. I had to adjust to then shoot his head. I think packages in the first game would also reduce damage a bit if they hit the packages on your arm. You know, the cargo would take damage, not you.
You seem like a porter we can rely on. Go on, use your Cupid to get us online. Quickly now. I'll feel a lot safer once we're all hooked up.
Blood packs work the same way, yeah. At least I think they do. I don't think there's any difference. Battle Skeleton. An active skeleton designed for combat. Uses battery to increase movement speed when boosting and to reduce damage from incoming projectiles by means of an electromagnetic shield fitted at the waist. Also increases cargo capacity, allowing you to carry an additional 60 kilograms. Grenade pistol.
Now displaying your current Porter grade.
Yeah, they really streamlined some stuff in this, giving us this skeleton this early. With an overall damage defense. I don't think they have the older... Yeah, I don't think we get the armor pads at all in this. All of that defense is tied to the skeletons in this.
Online at long last.
Tax evasion, hey.
This ought to do wonders for our ability to monitor chiralium levels by the plague gate, as well as keep an eye on the tar currents. More accurate data will definitely make travel safer for you and your friends aboard the DHV Magellan too. Ever since the plague gate appeared, we've been seeing increasingly dramatic anomalies all throughout the Australian continent. Some theorize that the UCA's connection to the chiral network destabilized all areas with our coverage. But what's done is done though. Our best bet is to follow suit and connect Australia too. It may also serve you to know that there are 4 environmental observatories, including this one. If you can bring them all onto the network, we're confident we'll be able to calculate where and when the next plague gate will appear. Anyway, you should already have access to the data we designated for you.
Now, if we could only manage to get that old road patched up and usable.
Did you ever watch the black and white version of Fury Road, Second? If you haven't, I recommend it. I much preferred the black and white version. Makes it feel so much more, so much grittier. So there used to be a road?
It once ran through this region. Saw quite a lot of traffic from what I hear. If you scrounged up enough materials to keep the autopaver fed, you could make it just like it was back in the old days. But it's not like we have everything you need just lying around. Restoring roads is a massive undertaking, to put it mildly. Having said all that, east of this facility, you'll find the Smoke Hill mine. Get them operational and processing ores again, and you should have no trouble securing the requisite materials. I've posted a sub-order for this task, so take it on if you're interested.
Is it as good when the fire and explosions are not fiery red? Yeah, I just prefer the way it feels in black and white. I'm not actually crazy about the way the film looks in color, because everything is so saturated. It makes it feel a little bit artificial to me. And that's why I love the black and white version so much, because it feels so much more real and physical. Like when if during some of those big action scenes where you're seeing like dust and gravel come right up in front of the camera, like it just feels so much, yeah, I don't know, it just feels so much grittier, so much more physical.
Well, there's our schematic for an MP shell variant grenade. MP shells explode on impact and are non-lethal munitions that can not only incapacitate humans, but also deal corrosive damage to mechs. And while they're not as effective as blood grenades, they can definitely hurt BTs too. In any case, you might want to keep a few stashed in your grenade pouch at all times. We've also shared data for a grenade pistol. While it's only good for a few shots, this gun lets you fire MP shell grenades as projectiles. Its small profile means it packs easily as cargo and won't get in the way. Naturally, it'll fit snugly into any handgun holster as well. Our last contribution is the Battle Skeleton. Like other skeletons you may have used, it increases your maximum carrying capacity and movement speed. This particular model also provides additional protection. However, when you boost it to move faster, or whenever you benefit from its damage reduction capabilities, it'll consume battery power, so make sure you have enough to spare. If you find yourself running low while on the road, you'll need to use a generator or borrow a private room somewhere to recharge. You ought to take one out for a spin.
Yeah.
We can't thank you enough, Sam. Before you go, you've been getting a lot of praise for all your hard work. And in recognition of this, it seems you've been officially cleared to take on standard orders. Between the harsh conditions and the violent outlaws, there are fewer and fewer folks willing to serve as porters these days. But there's no shortage of people who need help. So I encourage you to take a look if you're interested. You can review the available requests by bringing up the list via your ring terminal. You'll find a new sub-order too. We need someone to restore the mine. Bet you could benefit from having it operational as well. Anyway, thanks again for going above and beyond. Best wishes and safe travels to you, my friend.
That's some good work, Sam. The DHV Magellan's parked not too far from your position. You'll be able to pick up your next order on the ship. But before that, you should head back to your room and rest up. I imagine you're both pretty tired. You and Dolman.
Fuck Dollman.
Order completed. Well done.
Okay.
I don't know about you, but I'm exhausted. Perhaps we could take a break?
Well, since you said that, let's go back out. I don't need to take a rest. No, I'll take a rest. Time to have a dream. Oh, I don't remember having Amelie dreams in this. I mean, apart from the very first one. See you later, Starsicle.
Are you all right? You were talking in your sleep. Kept repeating the name Amelie.
Sam, Tarman here. I'd like to brief you on this next order of yours. Once you're ready to head out, access the delivery terminal on the DHV Magellan to proceed.
So, the files say you worked with Amelie to connect everyone in the UCA to the chiral network. But that despite your best efforts, an extinction event known as the Last Stranding seemed destined to kill us all. Until Amelie found a way to put a stop to it. She single-handedly sealed off the extinction entity's beach, preventing countless BTs from invading our world, and in doing so, saved humanity. But why am I telling you this? You were there to witness it all with your own 2 eyes. And you, of all people, must know that humanity can never truly escape extinction. The ultimate goal of Drawbridge's mission is to overcome the Death Stranding. If we succeed, we will be fulfilling Amelie's dying wish.
It was his dying wish. God, I have such a love-hate relationship with Doll Man. Sometimes you're all right, Doll Man.
The weapons they were wielding were impressive, and the brigands themselves were a tough, imposing bunch. You know, Sam, you can have me scout ahead if it would make your life easier.
Yeah.
Just toss me into the middle of their camp, and I can give you a better picture of what to expect.
All right.
It's not very sophisticated, but it works. Just promise you won't throw me anywhere weird.
The first step to fulfilling our dream. We're hooked up to the network, and the contamination's a lot better already. I've got nothing but gratitude for Drawbridge. Whether we'll ever be a united country again, well, that depends on the people. We've taken the first step. I'm looking forward to seeing more facilities joining the network. Okay. Does the doll always have to be in the private room with you? Yeah, he stays there on the shelf for the whole game.
My word. My word.
Are you all right, Sam? What was that just now? Did something happen?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Sam, about the next site we wanted you to bring online with the Cupid. It seems we have a little problem. The tar currents nearby have grown unstable. Under these conditions, it's unlikely we'll be able to establish a chiral network connection. Our scans have identified a potential cause. An unknown device located within a brigand outpost to the north of West Fort Knott. It's hardly an elegant solution, but we need you to destroy it. When you're ready, take on this main order to proceed. The client in this case is the musician. I can't wait to hear what he has to share with the network. Don't let us down, Sam.
Destroy the communications disruptor and deliver the mysterious recording to the musician. You're about to undertake a delivery order without a... Oh, my backpack is still back up there at the place. You can fabricate a new backpack by selecting fabrication and management. That's funny if you lose it for good.
Hey Sam, this is Tarman. The disruptor device we need you to disable is located in this area. You should have no trouble whatsoever destroying it using MP bullets or MP shells. Alternatively, consider getting close enough to access the device directly. You can use your ring terminal to have APAS hack into it, allowing you to disable it without resorting to brute force. Be advised though, Sam, that some of the brigands you'll encounter on site will be wearing armor protecting both their heads and bodies, and that every one of these armored units will be wielding a rod. No doubt their aim is to fortify themselves against ranged attacks, allowing them to move in and engage you at close quarters. In light of this development, we've gone ahead and added armored enemies to our VR weapons and combat training programs. This way you can experiment with various methods and find a means of dealing with them that's suited to your personal strengths. That's all the information I have for now. Review your potential routes and finalize your equipment loadout before heading out. We're counting on you, Sam.
Okay, let's do it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to carry it in my hands. I don't have the backpack. All right, we'll bring it back up to the previous camp. And then I guess I'll come back to create some weapons or create some weapons up at the other guy's place. All right. The character names make sense in English.
Good morning to you. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Now, where did I put this backpack? Let's drop that there. Oh, yeah, it's all the way over here. Nice, no one stole it. Sweet. Would it be possible to beat the game without a backpack? No. Because some deliveries require you to carry a lot of stuff. And you need a backpack to... Wait, well, actually, if you once you unlock floating carriers, you could use floating carriers instead of a backpack. And vehicles to store cargo as well. So maybe you could do a no backpack run. Let's see. What about that animal shelter kangaroo that you have to put on your back? Yeah, maybe there are 1 or 2 missions where you would still have to use it. Okay. I'm gonna stick Oz's lost cargo in the private locker here. We can deal with that later. Hold on a second here. Social media aspect is so weird in this. You know, it's what the whole game is about, creating a world powered by this super internet, this chiral network super internet. The world of the game is supposed to be like a hyper-real, surreal reflection of our own world. This hyper-connected online world where we're all together, but we're all isolated at the same time. Together alone. What am I doing here? I quite like the social strand social media system in this. I think it's like a more elegant evolution of what we had in the previous game. You know how in Death Stranding 1 you would just get bombarded by interviews and emails? Just, you know, you'd finish a mission and you'd unlock 5 walls of text. Whereas in this game, you just get these little paragraphs as you go along from the various characters on the social strand system. And then the more people you hook up to the network, the more people you see, and then you see them all commenting on each other's posts and stuff later. It's nice. Oh, there is also another part of me that misses all of that conceptual babbling in the first game. You know, this game doesn't focus nearly as much on the lore and on all the crazy concepts. Yeah, let's leave all this shit here for now. Maybe I'll create a grenade gun for destroying this thing. MP grenade. Ooh, a grenade would work well for this as well. Let's... There we go. That was one of my favorite parts of DS1. The soap opera between the junk dealer and the girl, the way they keep breaking up and getting back together again. There was just something absurd and funny about those emails popping up in the corner of the screen. We broke up, we're getting back together. Meanwhile, Sam is out, you know, breaking his back. Let's see. Let's auto-arrange here. Tie everything up just because it's really cozy and I like the way it looks. So slick. Look at those knots. We could fabricate a bike, but I kind of like going on foot. New email, marriage sucks. Yeah, that's what her email was called.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care.
It was just a funny twist after the extremely awkward and sentimental meeting between the two of them when you bring her back up to the junk dealer. One of Kojima's worst ever cutscenes. And then an hour later, you get an email where they're complaining about marriage. Is this my first playthrough? No.
Perhaps you should take a break.
Perhaps you should fuck off. Right. But I know this is my second playthrough. So I probably won't be doing all of it on stream. I just wanted to take a look at the PC version. See what the deal was with this new difficulty.
Sam,
Oh man, I forgot to make new boots.
Entering enemy territory while carrying all that? With that much cargo on your back, they'll spot you in no time.
Oh, shut the
Why not
fuck
stash your
off, doll
backpack
man.
and any excess equipment somewhere safe, and take only what you need for now?
God, I hate him. Oh wait, I have sandalweed. Alright, the sandalweed will be able to save the day here. It was just such a nice thing about the first game, you know? The silence of just when you were out in the world, you were by yourself. Granted, Die Hardman would yap on in the first game. He'd come in with his tutorials, but that hit different. And he would often only chime in at the very beginning of a mission as you were setting out.
Okay, there you go, Speed
Once
Demon.
you were out in the world,
Right.
in the meat of the thing that you were doing, the delivery, you wouldn't have people chiming in over the radio. But here you have Dollman chiming in even when you're out in the middle of deliveries and shit. Giving his fucking basic ass backseating. Again, it really just feels like an appeasement to the detractors of the first game. Like, oh no, we just can't. People don't like being left alone in silence with their own thoughts for long stretches. Which felt like, you know, that was such a big part of the fucking point of the first game, was the pace and the slowness and the downtime and the long silent treks on your own. Having this fucking little shit here backseating every 20 minutes just... It really is like... That in itself, I think, makes me just prefer the first game. You know? It's just... It's a big part of the first game's essence that's just ripped. Right, what am I doing here? I wouldn't say people dislike this more overall. I think a lot of people preferred Death Stranding 2. But yeah, I think people... I think a lot of the people who disliked the first game ended up liking the second one more, and people who really loved the first game may not have liked the second one as much due to things like this. But again, generalizations. Even Kojima commented on it in an interview. He spoke about the second game not vibing with a lot of the people who loved the first one. There are a lot of things that I prefer about the second game. I think I prefer the characters and the cutscenes overall. There are less cringe-worthy moments, way less uncanny valley moments with the performance capture and the animation. Fragile is way more interesting in 2. Yeah, I think it, you know, it hits a lot of emotional beats very well. I like the whole friendship of the crew on the Magellan, and I really like how that contrasts with the first game.
Uh-huh.
I guess that is... Yeah, like... I guess that kind of ties in with Dollman being out with you on this journey too. The game as a whole does focus more on the crew and the group, and Sam actually having people with him this time. Even if he is by himself for the most part when he's out in the world, you know, you have this crew that you go back to, that you see in the flesh. But yeah, I don't know. When we were out in the world, I still wish we could get Dollman to shut up a bit more.
Not bad. Not bad.
DS1, you're slowly bringing Sam out of his trauma shell, to be fair. Yeah, well, you're kind of doing the same thing in this as well. It's another journey of healing. It's all just, it's presented in a different way. Yeah, I mean, fair enough, Gooch. Yeah, I
Sammy boy.
I wish I could say the same. You're definitely not alone there, Gooch. I think there are a lot of people who don't get annoyed by him. Right. What am I doing here?
Okay.
Maybe I'll drop this shit again while I'm doing this. Just so I don't lose the cargo.
Definitely not alone.
Yeah, it's really just the back seating. The really fucking obvious back seating. Just wish you could turn that off. Like, I'm fine with the character moments that he has. Some of his story recapping is really fucking annoying later on, actually. But yeah, it's mainly just the back seating stuff. During the Neil fights especially, it's like a sledgehammer to the atmosphere of the game. Going from a scene without any dialogue whatsoever that focuses completely on atmospheric driven, image-based storytelling, to Dollman immediately backseating his head off as soon as it transitions to gameplay from those scenes, It's the absolute worst. You know, it's interesting when you compare it to MGS as well, because, you know, it doesn't bother me nearly as much in MGS. And it's because the atmosphere in MGS isn't nearly as delicate. Not nearly as fragile, one might say. You know, Otacon can be annoying in MGS4, but it doesn't disrupt the mood in the same way. For me, at least.
Good job, Sam. Disable the target. And don't forget to collect your things before moving on.
Shut the fuck up, man. Oh my god, he's the worst. Ooh, the cargo getting hit immediately there. Should have put it a bit further back. Did the actual cargo take a hit there? I really hope it didn't. 1% contents damage. Okay, hopefully we can still get the S with that. Yeah, I guess in MGS, you know, it just kind of fits the conventions more. It's spy fiction. You have this support team that are always on to you, in your ear. Backup. And this game does this, you know, a similar enough thing, even in the first game, but when you're actually out in the meat of the gameplay and the world traversing, they never really interrupted, you know? They let you just go at your own pace. They left you alone. That's nice. Is this port as good as the first one? I probably wouldn't be the best man to say. But it seems solid. I don't have a beastly PC. I'm not playing it at max settings. But it seems solid. Ooh. Getting a couple of frame drops there, but again, that's just my PC. Probably need to turn down some settings.
Show 'em how it's done.
All right, where are we going here? Up this way. And the light looks really nice here. That sting sound effect, classic Kojima there. I think the first time he did that was MGS2. You know, the scene where you see Olga on the stairs on the Strut E heliport. The sun.
Push on through.
The sun hits the
What you
camera.
said?
And you get that sting sound effect. Yeah, like lens flare sound. I guess, yeah, of course, with the spotlights as well. Kojima is coming up with a new IP. His next game is going to be a full-on return to stealth action. Before that, we might be getting Overdose as well, which is going to be some PT-esque cloud game experiment.
You know, Sam, when the first APAC expedition came to Australia, the brigands saw them as invaders and rejected their overtures. They were unwilling to embrace the change that the chiral network could bring to their world. While their motives differ, I'm reminded of the Luddite movement and their violent opposition to new technologies. Brigands seem committed to not killing their enemies, at least. If only they had channeled their energies into a constructive dialogue with us.
Dollman just keeps proving my point.
Anyway, we're almost at our
Shut the fuck up!
Let's keep moving.
Sorry. Just brings it out of me every now and then. I didn't think I was that angry there. Just when he spoke again, I thought he was done, you know? So as soon as I heard him open his mouth again, I couldn't believe it. That was like completely unconscious there. Better watch myself, my anger.
Don't slack off.
That was a bit James Sunderland there. Whoa.
Come on. Keep it together.
On my first playthrough, I think we got that dialogue before the song triggered. I don't remember Dollman fucking with that moment on my first run. fuck you, doll man. Do we have the Higgs Higgs encounter coming up next? I think we might. That might be a bit brutal. I haven't done any optional stuff. Oh god. I think that's when he... Yeah. That's when he really started to annoy me on my first playthrough. The backseating during the first Higgs fight. That really did some damage. It looks like that did some damage. Really, doll man. The big bright red spot on his tentacle, when I hit it, it did damage. When I hit the red spot and it exploded.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders.
Fucking asshole.
Hold on. You're with Drawbridge, am I right? Hope the brigands weren't too much trouble. Though you look okay. Glad you can make it. Alright, let's take a look at this cargo of yours. Everything's in pristine condition. You're the best. I'll definitely have more work for you if you want it. I've been waiting a long time for this. Okay, use your Cupid to hook me up.
Oh, we kind of get to see a bit of Lou there, but yeah, it's not the same. Coming in and out of the frame.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
This is really something. I'm part of the chiral network, which means everyone can finally listen to my songs.
Now we get to unlock the
And
music
with the
player.
music player, you'll be able to set the mood for your adventures. And just like that, the world's gotten so much bigger. Yeah, looks like my weapon data has been shared with everyone too. So about the recording you brought me, it almost sounds like a whale song. But there's something off about it. I'll need more time to figure it out. Anyway, I'll send you updates via the SSS.
I thought they did a much better job with these moments in this game compared to the first game. You know, where in the first game they would just keep yapping incessantly, whereas in this game they often still yap incessantly, but they give you... I feel like they give you more practical information. Like oftentimes the questions are to ask them about things that you'll be using. Like it felt like more of their dialogue was gameplay oriented. And kind of nice as well for repeat playthroughs, you know, if you can just skip past the ones that are basically tutorials. But yeah, I also agree that it can still be pretty monotonous. But an improvement over the first game in that regard, I think. You've shared weapon data.
Yeah, I got it from a friend who knows all about weapons. This is way back in the day. when I was traveling in search of new music. Well, he said I'd need to protect myself. Taught me how to use it.
Yeah, I feel like they can the dialogue contextualizes the next segment of the game often as well. Like it does that more. They'll talk about the next prepper that you're going to, and yeah, they'll make it feel a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like their dialogue ties into the gameplay a bit more in this and what you'll be doing next. Whereas in the first game, it could feel a bit more detached.
And everything, but I never did in the end. Just as well, I'm better with instruments, you know? Apparently this shines when you break it out at close range. Incorporates the latest tech as well, so it ought to pack one hell of a punch. In an ideal world, we wouldn't ever need stuff like this. But I bet it's a necessary evil for you. Do what you gotta.
You making music out here?
Yep. I can really immerse myself in my work here. Sadly, all the music I've made never gets heard by anyone else. Still, that's about to change. Because of that update I pushed you earlier, the new music player function, remember? In it, you'll find a sample of my work. When you've got the time, be it on the job or relaxing somewhere, why don't you take a listen?
What about this whale song?
That tar man's the one who recorded it. Said he heard it while he was out tar fishing. Have a listen. Call me crazy, but we might be dealing with something like a whale. Another interesting thing to note, creatures that hear this song make an effort to avoid the source. There's not much else I can say with confidence. However, give me some time to analyze it, and I might get you some answers.
I don't think I ever followed up on this in my first playthrough. There's a load of optional deliveries and post-game stuff that I never did. Still need to 100% the game.
Gotta get going, huh? Well, hey, thank you for the help. You know, I've been wondering how those brigands got their hands on that disruptor thing. I'm just saying, they certainly don't have the know-how to build one. It's kind of worrying. Oh yeah, I had another favor I wanted to ask, if that's cool. I lost some cargo near and dear to my heart, even though I tried my best to keep it safe. I've tracked it to this dangerous place.
Another thing that makes the yapping easier to digest in this is the variety of accents. This guy has the typical generic American Death Stranding 1 accent. You know, where they all just kind of had these very generic American accents. But I feel like the Australian accents mix it up nicely in this as well. I like hearing those Australian characters.
Too dangerous for someone like me. The request's open to anyone willing to accept, but something tells me you'll deliver. Get it? Anyway, if this kind of works up your alley, then take a look at my suborder.
Thank you so much, Sam. I have high hopes for his work, but I suppose we'll have to wait and see what comes of it. As for that strange device, it seems that its effect on the tar currents blocked all chiral communications. So I think it's only fair that we call it a chiral jammer. Anyway, while the currents in the area have settled down somewhat, we've received
And the Mexican accents.
of troubling new reports. For one, a tar eruption was recorded in the direct vicinity of West Fort Knott. A group of figures clad in red and a large unidentified black mass were observed just prior to this eruption as well. Needless to say, the anomalous tar current activity near West Fort Knott may be related to these events, so we can't afford to ignore them and proceed with network expansion. We've got no choice but to investigate and address any cause that may be present on site. The corresponding main order has been added to this delivery terminal. I've got a feeling a difficult fight might be ahead of you, Sam. I strongly advise you to prepare accordingly.
Order completed.
Warning, footwear durability significantly reduced.
Okay. Let's get some new boots. Ba-da-do-da-do-da-do. Let's make sure I have a load of blood bags. Assault rifles all the way for the Higgs fight, I think. Oh, maybe the grenade pistol as well.
A new feature has been made available for use.
Stick those in the pouch. Let's take one more. Boots wear off so fast. Yeah, it feels very similar to Very Hard in DS1. One more. Deliver record containing Weekend Zombies. SST's greatest hits. Deliver a classic record to the Western Environmental Observatory. The focus of this delivery is the condition of the cargo. Deliver it in the best condition possible. Yeah, PNTN, I just didn't feel like doing the post-game in this game, given how similar it was to the first game. Like, setting up zipline networks and roads again, it's just, yeah. Yeah, at least I wasn't in the mood for doing it right after finishing the game. I'm sure I'll do it eventually, but... yeah. Did I not do the ultimate delivery? No, there's loads of things that I haven't done. I think I only 5-starred a couple of preppers. Probably more than a couple. But yeah, there's loads of stuff that I haven't done. The majority of the optional deliveries.
Order accepted. Thank you.
The ultimate delivery.
Okay, peace.
Take care, Sam.
Yeah, let's go for a rest first. Given the state that my stamina is in. You think so, Seagull, yeah? I do like that there are new options, you know, with the monorail. It feels like there's a better balance between the monorail, the roads, and the zip lines compared to the first game, where the post game would often incentivize just an ungodly amount of zip lining. Seems like they found a way to vary that a bit more in this game's post game. How are you doing, doll man?
Sam, the brigands object to virtually all forms of change, which begs the question of how they managed to get their hands on that disruptor device, or chiral jammer, doesn't it? Sam, is that Horizon Dreamer I spy in your music collection?
Oh, here we go.
That's one of Daiichi Miura's best songs. I'd love to hear it again, to listen and remember my family.
Am I in the mood for this right now? No, I'm going to wait until I'm on better terms with Dollman. I'm still a bit angry with him. I love the new sauna dance in this. Alright, let's head down. Oh my god. Bad humans coming in with the raid. Welcome, anyone coming in? Just doing a bit more DS2. Checking out this PC port, checking out the new difficulty. That human streams every now and then. It's a rarity. Hedgehog?
Get it done.
Don't think you can pick them up at this point in the game, yeah? We haven't unlocked the zoo. The animal shelter. What happens if I step on him?
Ouch. My feet.
Oh, nice. Because he's all prickly. Don't think I'm hurting him. I think he's just hurting me. I'll leave him be. Which zoo is better, MGS5s or DS2s? DS2s. Is there any competition? Yeah, no JPEG animals to collect in this one, unfortunately. Felt like you had to go out of your way to even go to that zoo in MGS5. Whereas in this game, the animal shelter is tied into the core delivery loop of the game. It's just another place in the map that you repeatedly go to.
We're nearly at our destination. You see anything suspicious?
Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Been a long time, Sam.
Fuck, how you still alive?
Oh, no, I'm just a ghost. Come to take my revenge on you and that bitch Fragile.
Lighting looks really nice here at night.
All the way from the other side. Of course, there's no point in trying to kill you when you won't stay dead. But there are plenty of other ways to make you suffer. Huh? The kid kicked the bucket, huh? Shame. The goddamn shame. Tonight, what, you just lugging that coffin or pod? Going on a walkabout? Well, that's touching. Even if you don't know a goddamn thing about Lou.
What are you saying?
Huh? Maybe I can't kill you, you won't die, but you can lose everything you love. And torture yourself for the rest of time, knowing that death will never come for you. You go on your little walkabout. Go wherever you want, but I will be damned if I let you link up this condo. Not because extinction's my creed, though, no. No, I want to build a world where fear and violence are king.
Fear.
And who do you think will come out on top, Sam? You? With your hippy-dippy network? Or me? With my more rough and tumble methods. I can't wait to find out. Just a good old-fashioned boss fight.
All right. Base level equipment here. Let's see how it goes.
Cruelty or collaboration? The eternal choice. Let's put him to the test.
What a hit! Cliche, but that one's gotta hurt.
I'm glad you have time to think about fucking cliches, doll man. Fucking asshole. Alright, that one made me laugh, though. Okay, it's taken a while to destroy these. All right.
Nice one! That one seems to have done some damage.
There it is. This might take a while. Oh, no repatriation. No repatriation and a one-shot. Okay. Well, that's pretty rough.
What a hit! Cliche, but that one's gotta hurt.
Whoa. Okay. Let's see how long this takes. Yeah, you get a few of them like that.
That one seems to have done some
damage. I forgot about the battle skeleton. Completely forgot about the battle skeleton. That would have given me some damage reduction. Oh god, what the fuck's going on here? There goes another one.
Well done, Sam. That last attack of yours seems to have left a mark.
I feel like he isn't interrupting as much this time. How have I not destroyed those two at the back yet?
Seems to have done some damage.
Oh, wow, okay. All the tentacles are gone now, I take it. I'm dealing a load of damage. Oof. Play it safe, one hit and I'm fucking dead. Oh god! What? Put the gun away, Sam.
That was amazing, Sam. Great work. Now let's get this place on the chiral network.
Yeah, not so bad really, as long as you're playing smart with range. Playing it safe. Moving away in advance. Oh, hey, Ichiban, how's it going? I prefer the first boss. The first boss is more interesting. With the whirlpool attack. Okay. Oof. Oh, like a TV series, Ichiban? I feel like Dollman interrupted way more on my first playthrough. I remember him like commenting on every single tentacle that I destroyed. I feel like he didn't do it as often there. I think I got really bad luck though with Dollman on my first playthrough. I don't think they changed that. So I remember Listopat telling me that Dollman was talking way more in that fight compared to when he did it. He said when he fought the squid, he wasn't yapping nearly as much. Yeah, I think I just got bad Dollman RNG on my first run. Cool mech design. Is it the back seating never bothered you, Ichiban? Man, Dollman really pisses me off. I don't outright hate him. Sometimes he cracks me up.
Decontamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
Your name is Sam, isn't it? We owe you one. What in the hell was that thing anyway? It looks like a machine, but none I've ever seen before. Right. We need to assess the situation.
S.
You're barely out of breath. Doubt any other porter could hold their own half as well.
I was actually fully out of stamina there, but and breathing very heavily. But thank you. Thank you.
I hope we can continue to rely on you in the future. This moment's been a long time coming. Please use your Cupid to connect us.
Yeah, the fact that you don't repatriate there, I think that's new. I think on other difficulties you can keep reviving. You're unkillable, it'll just affect your rank. Or maybe the mech also has the ability to eat you like a BT and cause a void out. And that would be a game over. No, you don't come back if defeated in these fights, even on lower difficulties. If you get killed normally, you just die. Huh, that's unusual. In those situations, usually you'll repatriate. Unless it's like a final boss in the game, or unless it's a BT that eats you. Regular deaths usually just call repatriation. I remember getting defeated in these fights and not coming back. Okay, I guess they changed it for this one too. You die when you get killed? Well, sometimes you do. Sam is like a zombie, though. He can come back to life when he dies.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Great. No issues establishing a chiral network connection. By the way, we've sent some folks out to recover the wreckage of that giant mech that attacked us earlier. Only prudent we study it, you know? If we learn anything of value, we'll be sure to relay it to Drawbridge right away. Thanks again for coming to our rescue.
Sam, this is the President. Due to your tireless efforts, West Fort Knot is now part of the chiral network. A great achievement. I salute you. However, this expansion has done little to address the anomalous activity observed across the continent. Elsewhere, disruptions in the tar currents are growing ever more prevalent. Only by connecting all of Australia can we hope to resolve this situation. And by doing so, we will create the optimal conditions for a new plate gate to manifest as well. We are one step closer to making the chiral verse a reality, and ensuring humanity overcomes extinction. The road ahead is still fraught with peril, but I have the utmost faith in your capabilities. For now, though, please take a well-deserved break aboard the DHV Magellan.
The chiral verse is such a silly term.
Order completed. Well
All
done.
right. I think it's not much you die, but you failed the order and the cargo is ruined, kinda? What? You talking about the last mission again? The boss? Or are you just talking generally about the games and how they deal with death? Damn, Sam is fucked. But yeah, usually it's the cargo's health that matters, not yours. On deliveries. The cargo can die, you can't.
Was it really Higgs? He's alive.
He called himself a ghost, but
He found a way back from the beach just so he could kill us.
it was definitely his voice I heard. I didn't get a good look at his face, but yeah. He said he came back to get revenge on you and me. Screwing with our plans to link up Australia was just another way to do that.
They were all in red. Just like the ones at your place. That could have been him too.
You think that was Higgs?
Fragile's teardrop looked black there. Was that a little hint?
Did you see him hurt Lou?
I'm not sure.
Fragile, I need you to remember.
I only caught a glimpse. But they were all wearing red. This is all my fault. I had him at my mercy on Amelie's beach. If I'd only finished him off, none of this would have happened.
No. You can't blame yourself. You know, something's been bugging me. Something he said. You don't know a goddamn thing about Lou. It hit me after. He's absolutely right. I mean, the kid's whole life is a total mystery to me. So I gotta ask. Can you look into Lou's past? Find out what you can? Charlie, you, the ship's crew, you all have connections within the UCA, right? And at least one of you has to have access to the UCA archives that were recovered by the Chiral Network.
All right, Sam. Let's see what we can find on Lou.
His very, very recent past is also a bit of a mystery to you, Sam.
Really, Sam? There's such a thing as too tight. Oh. That must have been quite the nightmare. I can't feel my legs.
I can't feel my legs. That's a good doll man moment. Alright, maybe I'll listen to your song, doll man. Alright, alright. I'm warming up to you again. I can't feel my legs.
Sam, this is Tarman. Feeling refreshed, I hope? Thanks to all your hard graft, the DHV Magellan can get around a lot more freely now. More specifically, we can travel between any two facilities that are connected to the chiral network by way of the tar currents. Naturally, this includes Mexico as well. If you're curious about how the folks in the places you visited are getting on, you can catch up on any recent developments by accessing the corpus via your ring terminal. And to have the Magellan travel to a given facility, simply open the map with your ring terminal and chart a course to your destination.
He's just a silly guy? No, he's also an annoying asshole. But sometimes he can be a fun, silly guy.
You know, I've been thinking about what happened to Lou. Fragile holds herself personally responsible for those tragic events. If Higgs was indeed behind the attack, then I can understand why she feels that way. Why she blames herself for setting everything in motion. But she's resolved not to let any of it show. To bottle it up and put on a brave face. She didn't used to smoke before, did she? I suspect it's a form of self-punishment she's adopted. Vengeance gives rise to a cycle of violence, and Higgs wouldn't have it any other way. But she's committed to helping you complete this journey, together with Lou, to get you back on your feet. And if she believes she has to bury her emotions and play the part of a hard-nosed commander to do that, she will. That's what I think, anyway. I'm sure you can understand her position.
I think she's smoking because it's cool. I don't buy that. She's smoking because smoking's cool. But you might have a point there about her guilt. Right, will we play the tune, see what happens?
Damn it. Access to that room is restricted, Sam. It's undergoing renovations. And there's chiral contamination as well. So don't go in. Is that clear?
Yeah, so this is supposed to be Die Hardman's mask slipping. We've caught him in the act here. Sounding a bit more human there, maybe. Alright, let's see this dance. I've seen, like, short clips of it, but I've never seen the full thing. I'll just play it now and go back. Talk to him.
Do you have a moment, Sam?
I'm busy. Just a quick one. Change lighting. Ooh. All right, show me what you got. Look at this little shit. Get rid of this guy. I just want to see Dollman. Damn, this is pretty elaborate. Oh! Oh, what the fuck? His face is changing. They're not just mirroring each other either, you know, they're all doing different shit here. Woo! Are we gonna get new dialogue now? Do we get to talk to him about it? Yeah, some pretty impressive animation. I have to admit, though, I really don't like the song. It's not one of my favorites in this.
That masked man. That was Higgs, wasn't it? I had no idea he commanded such terrible powers. To summon a giant mech single-handedly.
No, we're just gonna...
recent disruptions to the
we're just gonna move on.
Too.
Okay.
Well, you don't have to face him alone, Sam. You have me for backup.
Yeah, is there any way to talk to him about it? Maybe if I keep talking, because he still has new dialogue.
Sam, apparently you can create your own custom playlist for the music player. If you have any recommendations, I'm all ears, Sam. Sam, I really think it's time you took a nice shower. Don't you?
Are you blushing? Are your cheeks always that red?
I don't really have anything else to say right now.
They should have done Bye 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 by NSYNC. That would have been way better. All right, let's hit the road. Let's chug a couple of cans before we go. That was my first time seeing a Charmer, yeah. I'm assuming that's the only thing he'll dance to. That was pretty elaborate.
If you refuse, there will be severe repercussions.
This guy is great face.
What makes you think you have a choice?
Great corporate asshole face. All right.
Sam, it's Charlie.
Sorry.
So you know, Sam, Fragile is currently looking into Lou. Meanwhile, Tarman is conducting a separate investigation into the giant mech that attacked you earlier. For now, we would like you to focus on extending the network. That is a task only you can handle. As the network grows in size, we will have much more information at our disposal to further our efforts. That said, you won't be able to proceed until the situation at West Fort Knott has been resolved. It appears that they're in dire need of additional supplies, to the point that they don't even have enough to prepare cargo for your next destination. This next order is intended to alleviate the situation. You're to restore the mine north of F1 and its monorail station to working order and link up west Fort Knott. After which, you'll deliver a large quantity of excavated materials from the mine to the settlement by rail. As this is a somewhat complicated order, I'll brief you on the details as you review the map. Anyway, I'd appreciate it if you could make this main order your top priority.
Okay. I'm probably not going to go for too much longer tonight. So everyone knows it's going to be a short-ish stream. We'll head over to this next place. Go on another little stroll here. Restore the monorail and deliver the special alloys.
All right, Sam. You'll need to work through several steps to complete this order. To begin with, collect the cache of materials waiting for you on the DHV Magellan. Take these to the mine north of F1. The location has been marked for you on your map. When you arrive there, submit the materials using the terminal on site. This will allow you to restore the facility to working order. Next, access the terminal again to commence mining operations. If all goes well, a large quantity of materials should be extracted. You'll then need to deliver those materials to West Fort Knott. Consider making use of the monorail located at the mine to make life easier. Upon your arrival at F1, use the delivery terminal to submit all the materials for processing and to finally complete the order. That's all there is to it. So begin plotting your route to the mine north of F1.
Okay.
On this occasion, you'll be delivering some heavy materials. You can use a tri-cruiser to transport them. Alternatively, floating carriers can now be fabricated. These carriers are ideal for taking heavy cargo across terrain ill-suited to vehicles. If that sounds good to you, try fabricating one and loading the materials onto it. And when you're not using the carrier for cargo, you can hop aboard and kick the ground.
I'm just remembering the coffin.
Makeshift skateboard. Just remember that floating carriers require chiral crystals to function, so keep a supply on hand.
The coffin surfboard. Let me offload there. Let me take out the tri-cruiser. Yeah. Sam, you stink. Is there any Easter egg in this for not taking a shower? I haven't taken a single shower so far, other than the first forced shower. Kind of curious. Yeah, I can't just carry these on my back here when I'm driving anymore, right? Oh wait, no, I can stick everything up there. Okay.
Sam, there's another porter here. Since you brought this site onto the chiral network, perhaps they thought they could make use of the additional data to make a safe run. Want to go and say hello?
Hey, hey, mine's heavier.
Came in handy. This one's for you.
funny if you consider that everyone else is normal and Sam is just a porter egomaniac. The only person doing insane deliveries. I guess the mules would be the real porter egomaniacs in the first game. Compelled by the addiction to deliver, where they're described as people who are addicted to social media at the mercy of validation. Whoa.
Gatequake detected. Intensity. G-scale. 7.
Yeah. All the other porters are pretty chill. They take it slow on foot as well. I didn't bring any PCCs with me, did I? Ah, that's okay. We can always walk the rest of the way if we have to drop the bike. And we're leaving the network here. The PC port is good, Embrace. Good to see you. Wait, where the fuck am I going here? Yeah, this is where I'm... In my mind, I was headed to the next spot over there.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Contamination in progress. No operating. Welcome, Sam.
There we go. Restore the mine.
Well done, Sam. I've never seen a working monorail before. Think of all the stuff it could carry. All right then, why don't we extract some materials?
Ah, shut up, Dolman. Once the necessary materials have been contributed, mining will begin and more materials will be produced.
Please submit materials.
Okay, so what am I supposed to be doing next? Just going back on the mine? Do I need to bring some stuff back? Load cargo. Did I find anything new or different with this difficulty so far? It doesn't really seem all that crazy, though the last boss could one-shot me. Though I could have been better prepared. I forgot to equip a battle skeleton, which would have given me a defense buff. I'm assuming I would have been able to take one hit. Or more than one hit. If I had that skeleton. But it still wasn't too bad. Even though it could one-hit kill me, it was still easy enough to avoid. But yeah, for the most part, it seems kind of like very hard in the first game, where it just affects the rate at which stuff degrades. It seems like there are more landslides, natural disasters. But yeah, so far it seems very manageable. Modern games have a phobia of silence. Now, it's what was so nice about the first game. There was loads of silence. When you were out in the world doing your deliveries, it was mainly silence. Die-hard-men would yap a lot at the start of the game. And occasionally at the very beginning of a delivery as you were setting out. But it wasn't the same kind of backseating. And it wasn't nearly as frequent. He wasn't backseating your moment-to-moment gameplay. Right. What the hell am I doing here? I don't really have anything to load here. I'm assuming I'll be able to take all of this stuff. Uh-oh, maybe I have to leave it behind. Oh no, I still have it.
Just look at that view!
There's a really cool detail where you can see the name of other players on those containers as they're moving. If the containers belong to another player online, you can see their name written across the container in big letters. Now, I have a feeling I forgot to do something. Yeah, I did. I was supposed to mine something and then bring it back over here. All right, back across we go then. Except I think I can only do that one way, right? Yeah.
Vehicle ready. Please drive.
Oh, I do have the option to use the monorail here. Did I miss it? Oh, yeah. I just didn't see it. All right, back across.
You'd better hold on tight if you want to stay safe.
Thank you, doll man. Is the goat a new emote that was added that I'm not seeing? You're still not able to turn off doll man, no, unfortunately. It was just added. Crow added it. Crow, are you lurking there? I'm gonna have to close my browser.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
Could I have skipped that whole journey? Right, am I just supposed to be sending over chiral crystals here? I don't know what I'm doing. Hey, there we go.
Very good.
Right, this is what we created with the crystals, a load of alloys. Cool. All right, back over one more time.
Now this is living.
Coverage.
Uh-oh. Can I throw you while I'm on here, doll man? No, can't interact with my items. Cool.
Did you actually manage to restore the monorail? Awesome. With it back up and running, you'll be able to transport materials from the mines. Right. Sorry. Let's take a look at these materials you brought. Would you look at all this? I think it's safe to say we'll have nothing to worry about for a while. We've made some great strides in our research thanks to you. If it's all right, we'd like you to have this. Just wanted to let you know that we're increasing the amount of materials you can withdraw.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Okay.
Oh, here's a little something extra as thanks. I got them just for you. Figured they'd suit your style. They sure weren't easy to come by. A real collector's item, I hear.
New shades? What's the gimmick? Gentle Monster 2024 collection.
We really appreciate your help. At the risk of stating the obvious, it's going to take an awful lot of resources to restore the other roads and monorails to working order. But at least with this monorail operational, you can bring us large shipments of materials with relatively minimal effort. That's going to go a long way towards getting other sections up and running again. We can fabricate pickup off-roaders now, by the way. I'm pretty fond of them myself. It's a large four-wheel drive vehicle, boasts significant cargo carrying capacity for the hard-working porter. The driver's seat is in an elevated position and exposed by design. This allows the driver to survey their surroundings more easily and engage enemies with small arms if necessary. You can customize it quite a bit too, attach all kinds of different parts as you like. That said, a lot of parts are still in development, but you'll receive their data as soon as it's ready. The schematics for this vehicle have already been shared with everyone on the chiral network. Which means
I'm still not seeing the
to
emote.
other people drafting even more new parts.
I know there are other monorail lines. I'll be seeing you.
We're so grateful for the assistance, Sam. You've been a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day.
You managed to save the day, Sam. The people here now have more than enough supplies for their needs. They should be able to prepare cargo for the next delivery too. But first, I have some information to share with you. About Lou. Return to the DHV Magellan so we can talk.
Alright.
Well done.
I'll probably wrap up after this next scene.
Please take care.
You're always such a big help.
Hey, Sam. How's it going? I have updates for you, if you have time.
I take it you've learned more about Lou?
We followed up on the message Deadman left for you at the lab. About how there was another BB-28, not Lou, who, according to the records, was decommissioned 4 years ago. The first time you and Lou met was about 2 years ago now, when you were entrusted with the BB previously issued to Bridges Corp's disposal. And together, the two of you made it all the way across North America,
Deadman and everyone else at Bridges, they all called Lou BB-28.
Right. Because that was Lou's serial number. You see, we found the records for the BB storage facility. By cross-referencing the data, we confirmed that after BB-28 was decommissioned 4 years ago, Lou was assigned the same designation and placed into storage.
So what you're telling me is that instead of getting a new serial number, Lou inherited an old one?
As for Lou's mother, following the C-section, it seems she passed away. And that, pretty much, is the extent of our recent discoveries. Without a still mother to provide support, it makes sense that Lou was kept in reserve. But we still have no idea who approved the serial number reassignment, much less why they did it.
Higgs said there were things I didn't know. Maybe this is what he was talking about.
I think it could be.
I want to know everything about Lou.
You're playing his game, Sam. Chasing after the past is what Higgs wants you to do.
I need to know where Lou came from. I have to know.
If you're sure, Sam, I'll keep digging. In the meantime, you should get plenty of rest before your next mission.
Hey, is the cat back? In a different spot. Maybe we can pet it this time.
Sam, it's Charlie. A new order is now ready for you. I'd also like to brief you on your next destination. And I believe that Fragile wants to have a word as well. Visit the delivery terminal in West Fort Knott to take on the relevant main order.
Sam, it seems Tarman decided to leave a few books for you. Right there by your bed. Reading is a wonderful way to take your mind off things. Trust me.
Same books, Moby Dick. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it here for now. Like I said before, don't think I'm going to be doing a full playthrough of this again on stream. I just wanted to take a little look at it on this difficulty. Take a look at the PC port, see what it was like. I'll probably go through this again in my own time, just every now and then, you know, boot up the game, chip away at it bit by bit. The cat is new. Yeah, the cat would never come into your room in the original release, the PS5 release. I'm not sure what my plan is next for the stream. I have a couple of things in mind. I won't say anything just so I don't get anyone's hopes up. But yeah, we'll leave it there for now, and I'll see you guys soon with something else. I'll probably be on tomorrow with something. But yeah, it probably won't be DS2. Guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take it easy. I'll see you soon.